Greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, the home to close to 100 classic and collectible cars available at any given time. Today we're going to talk about She's Real Fine, my 409. I'm not a great singer, but anyway, we will give you the details of the really lovely 409 in a minute. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, the home to close to 100 classic and collectible cars, ranging from cars in the 1920s all the way up into the 70s and beyond, with the muscle cars and you name it, the collectibles. We've got them here at www.ellingsonmotorcars.com, where you can find our latest acquisitions, newest arrivals, and our current inventory at any time, 24 hours a day. That's the wonderful thing about the internet. The other thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look at that. You're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish, because we're going to have a cold startup. We're going to give a nice detailed walk around, show you some of the extra spectacular features of this really, really nice car. Speaking of which, we've got a 1964 Impala SS 409 4¼ horse. We were at the peak of the 409 years once you hit that 4¼ horse, and I think that was actually probably a little underrated in terms of what it probably really was for total horsepower, but that was partially due to insurance claims. You didn't want to have too much horsepower. It kind of got to be almost too much, but 425, trust me, that was a lot of horsepower in 1964. Beautifully restored car. This is what you call a first class, #1, A1 car, all the way done. And to prove that fact, it was actually a national first place winner in 2015, which means this car is very correct. By being correct, we want to make sure to say what all that stuff is. You'll have to look at, again, the details. Look at that engine picture. We got beautiful, the chrome valve covers, the 425 horse air cleaner, the dual 4 setup on it. This car also came with power steering and power brakes, which is really another very nice feature on these older cars. A lot of times the performance guys didn't always order those things, but whoever did this car did it right, and they've got those on board. Also, we have the absolute correct type tires that this car would have come with in 1964. The Silverton bias tires with the whitewall, which is the correct width for 1964. Absolutely the way this car probably came out of the showroom when it was brand new. Also, we have the SS hubcaps, the full hubcaps, which is also very correct. But just take a look at how nice the chrome and everything on this car. One of the features that I always thought was really neat was this engine turning stuff that goes all the way down the back of the car, around the back or whatever. And it's also carried forward in the interior of the car as well. So let's take a look at the interior here. You know, this car was meant for business. Someone who ordered this with a 4-speed. It's got the factory center mounted tack. It's got all the original stuff. What's nice about this car, no one has butchered it up. It's all very correct the way it would have been ordered in 1964. The only accessory they did back in those days, they had what we called idiot lights. Well, that meant the cold light or the hot light or whatever temperature gauge. When that came on, it was almost too late for you anyway. So someone has put a set of accessory gauges in here. So you have legitimate oil pressure, you have legitimate temperature and charging. So you can actually have a little more control over watching what your motor is doing. Because sometimes I've been told that once the idiot light came on, yeah, it was a little too late sometimes for some of these cars. But yeah, when they came with the SS package, you have all the interior stuff, the SS emblems, both on the inside of the car. This, of course, always when you pulled up alongside someone and see 409 on there, you know that was going to mean this guy meant business. Dual exhaust, dual antennas, and it's got some of those other little extras. You know, you got a center console, has its original AM radio in here as well. Nice headliner. Front bucket seats with the seat belts even, so that's always a really nice thing. But you know, this is really a good color for this car. Red with black guts, that's about as good as it gets. And again, like I said, dual exhaust, dual antennas, you know, the accessory, a little thing for the gas door here. You know, you can find all this stuff on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram as well. I mean, we have all of our inventories and stuff there. Give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. I'm sure you're going to find something there that about this car or many of the others that we currently have in stock or have had in the past. If you got some time to cruise on the internet, maybe that would be a fun thing to look at. But this is what you call a true muscle car from the muscle car era. Everyone was in full swing in 1964, and the Beach Boys, of course, making the song "She's Real Fine, My 409" added to Chevrolet's sales volume more than we're probably ever going to know. And a lot of people will remember just that song alone. Don't maybe even know what a 409 is, but they like the song. So if you want to come down, we'd love to have you come down and take a look at it in person. We are open Monday through Friday from 10 until 5, and Saturdays as well from 10 to 4. Come on down. If you're one of those kind of guys like I am, I like to come and look, touch, see in person, look at all the nuances that the car has. But I'll tell you what, the videos that we take and the information we give is very concise, and it's very good. I mean, I know where to look. Everything on this car is absolutely beautiful. Glass is good. Carpet, it was done. I guess you don't get a national first place award and have something that's not really very good, but this one is a really well preserved example too. So if you're looking for one of these cars to add to your collection, you need that Chevy that you've always dreamed of having, we've got it right here at Ellingson's. Or if it's your first car, I mean, you want to go back to maybe Dad had a 409 or Grandpa or someone, we've got it right here with all the bells and whistles just the way you'd like it. So come on down, take a look. We'll see you next time.